Good afternoon, it's 1:30. We've got a quorum, so I'm going to call the meeting to order. Next item is to receive the minutes. Everybody look at that.
Motion to receive the February 19, 2026.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Cast your votes. They're received. Next item, continuance requests. I've got an announcement to clarify date of a hearing. There was a case continued for 2 months. It's case 16111. Street address is 1021 Northwest 167th Street. And that is continued to March 19th. It is not being heard today. So if you're here on that case, we'll see you on the 19th. Okay, now Cindy, other continuance requests.
We have item number 18, case number 16167 is continued till March 19th, 2026. Item number 19, case number 16156 has been withdrawn.
Motion, ready?
Yeah. Motion to continue case number 16167 to the March 19, 2026 meeting. I'm not sure if we need a motion on the withdrawal.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Cast your votes. And that item is deferred. Do we have any requests from the public for a continuance or a deferral? I don't have a consent docket, so Cindy, I think we're ready for the first case, please.
We have item number 1, case number 16136 is a request of Lavonna Kroger for a variance to parking and landscaping regulations located at 1007 South Agnew Avenue.
Hi, my name is Dakota Desai. I'm here on behalf of the applicant. Just a short history of this. Shorty's Hattery exists on the site, has been there for over a decade. They attempted to pull a building permit to add a 1,500 square foot addition to the building for storage of materials, and that triggered site review. Upon designing the site, we found that even with the existing building, there was no possible way to fit the required number of parking spaces and the required landscaping points. In working with staff, we did several layouts to attempt to minimize the requests for variance as much as possible. We originally had, I think, 3 variances, and we were able to narrow that down to 2. So we're requesting a variance to the parking standards from 33 spaces to the 19 that we were able to fit on the site, and then from the overall landscaping points. We did go to Urban Design Commission, and they recommended approval of the variances.
Questions, comments from the board? I don't have anybody signed up to speak on this one. Does anyone want to address the board on this application? Okay.
And I'll just say that it does meet the character of the district. The Urban Design, is that who it went to? UDC. They were in favor of it. It was reducing the parking and then basically cutting the landscape points in half. But they still are adding some landscaping.
Yeah, I think we ended up with maybe it was like 124 points total, and then it was a requirement of 150 some odd in there. There was a suggestion to put some additional landscaping behind where the proposed addition is going to be, but that just isn't feasible. Also, I think this is an old version of the site plan. We had a new one that was used for the Urban Design Commission meeting where we were able to increase those landscape points. So the proposed addition is only 1,500 square feet, but the Urban Design Commission said, or recommended, hey, could you put some more landscaping back here behind this addition? But ultimately, it was just going to be a maintenance issue, and at best, we were maybe going to get 5-6 points. So and it didn't really meet the intent of the landscape ordinance. Nobody would be able to see it.
Ready for a motion?
I think we're ready for a motion.
All right, motion to approve case number 16136 for the purpose that it meets the statutory requirements for the requested variance.
Second.
Okay, we've got a motion and a second. Cast your votes.
Y'all can arm wrestle for that.
You're approved.
Item number 2, case number 16173 is a request of Scott and Angie Hines for a variance to accessory building regulations located at 4414 Amethyst.
Yes. Hi, I'm Scott Hines, and I'm requesting my property, my property is on a cul-de-sac, and I'm requesting that I'm wanting to build a shop, a 1,200 square foot shop. It's 40 by 30. I'm asking for it to be 10 foot north, or I'm sorry, 10 foot in front of the back wall of the house, based on, that's the original. If you can go, that was the original. It's actually been turned, there you go. That would be the 10 foot I'm asking for because of the setback where the property is located, but also the 40-foot utility easement in the back, and keeping it within all other rules and regulations, I guess.
Okay. No one signed up on this one. Does anyone want to address the board on this application? Okay, anything from the board?
What's the rear setback on this?
I'm sorry?
What's the rear setback on the, for zoning?
The actual where the setback is
Yeah, I mean, what's the legal setback?
on the property.
I'm gonna say this, that every other property in this subdivision, everyone that, even around cul-de-sacs, every single one of them is behind the build line.
Behind the build line.
Yeah.
In that
Every
property?
other neighbor, yeah.
Most are rectangular, sure, being.
Right, but even the ones on a cul-de-sac are all behind the build line.
That is correct. I don't know if they have the 40-foot utility easement that I have.
Same one, all the way across.
It
Yeah.
is.
I just want to know why it can't fit in there. So,
Well, I've turned it to 40 by 30 to be behind that. Maybe the house is, you can see the one, obviously, on the side there, on the right side. It's long, it's got, if my property was symmetrical like theirs, completely opposite that, I could do that. Well, that's Barrett's, I was talking about the other one. But because it's the shorter side of that
but
property.
there isn't, your septic lines or anything aren't behind that area?
There's a well back, but it's on the 40-foot easement. I'm not sure.
Sarah, what's the rear set on that?
Sarah Welch, Planning Department. For the rear setback in the RA district, it's 25 feet. So his utility easement is greater than the setback would be.
So that being said,
There's a 40-foot UE back there, is what it looks like on your site plan. I want it back all the way as far back as it can get.
correct, right. And I would be fine, I'd be fine with it back to that line, right?
In order to then alleviate the variance to as little as possible.
5 foot then, sure. I would say my ask was because the house was a foot over the setback line when we built it, and that was an issue, so I was just making sure I was in front of that utility easement, but I would take it back to as far back as I could.
So change the orientation.
Yeah, kick it square.
Why I had changed the orientation from a 30 by 40 to a 40 by 30 to try to keep it within that.
Well, not even that, just instead of canting it so that it faces the circle job.
Turning it that way?
Yeah, and then get as close as you can.
And
to
maybe
that.
I misunderstood the back wall being that line was that direction. If
It
you're
is, to
saying
just alleviate a lot of it from being 5 foot past. I mean, you could actually get most of it to be behind the back wall if you went parallel to the easement line.
So if I turn it, it still has, so then it has to come back. I think it still gets very close to that back utility easement. But-
You
Any
just
other
want to establish a distance off of that rear easement, that utility easement to set it?
Yeah, I mean, 1 foot.
I think, Board, if possible, your motion, it has to be the least amount necessary to relieve the hardship. So probably, since the rule is that it has to be behind the front wall, to allow it to be forward of the rear wall so many feet would probably be a good idea or motion.
Maximum of 5 feet forward of the rear build line.
Yeah, do you know what the current distance is between your proposed location and the utility easement line? Do you know what that dimension would be?
How much room is there?
Yeah.
It's, according to that, it's 5 feet, but it's, yeah, about 5 feet. So you're saying where it is currently to moving back? Or to where the back corner of that property is?
Yeah, just, I mean, I don't know the dimension, but just looking at it visually, it looks like you could almost even get outside of the variance if you changed the orientation and then pushed it within a foot of that utility easement.
Now, that's, you know, it is scaled by me, so it's not perfect, obviously. But I think moving it back, like you said, if I can get 5 feet even, I think I'm north of that 40 foot.
Sarah, can you go back to the overview where we've got the various properties, that one right there? What is that property to the right that's, I guess,
On the cul-de-sac.
on the
to the
cul-de-sac
east.
to the east? Why does that one, I mean, to the right a little more and down one? So that one right there, that property looks like it's behind the rear wall. But is that in the easement?
Oh, in the 40-foot easement? That's a good question.
Because it looks like that home actually is probably a little farther south, but yet
Everything's built
Within this, okay.
I don't,
see the fence to the property on the east?
Yeah, it's symmetrical to the
Yeah.
property.
That's the line.
Yeah.
That's the easement line. So it gets in there.
I mean, is it a little bit at an angle, I guess?
Yeah.
I'm not,
I think if you put it parallel to the easement line, perpendicular to your property line, 1 foot off the easement line, and you're behind the
Think
build
it'll
line.
fit. Okay.
And if you're not, it's really close. So I'd say
Very
no
close.
more than, give them no more than 5 feet past the
That's the rear wall.
rear wall. And you can fit it in there, however you want.
Agreed.
how to craft that motion then? I'll let you do that one.
Give them a variance with the maximum amount of variance to be 5 feet.
All right, so we'll try this. A motion to approve case number 16173 for the purpose that it meets the statutory requirements for the requested variance with an allowance of up to 5 feet maximum in front of the rear wall.
Yep.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Cast your votes. Approved.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Item number 3, case number 16164, request of DeAndre Green and Aylen Green for a variance to the minimum lot size for a manufactured mobile home in the R1 located at 10800 Northeast 43rd Street.
Good afternoon.
Give us your name and address for the record and tell us about your application, please.
My name is DeAndre Green, owner of 10600 Northeast 43rd Street.
Thank you.
This is a legally platted 0.43 acre R1 corner lot. Zoning coordinates require 5 acres for placement of a manufactured home. The lot cannot be expanded to meet that requirement. The property also has some physical constraints, unimproved frontage, grade change. Today I'm requesting the minimum relief available, necessary to allow a single-family residence consistent with the zoning district.
No one signed up to speak on this one. Does anyone want to address the board on this application? Okay, anything from the board?
So, and just to make sure, your plan is to put a manufactured home on this site?
Yes, sir.
Mobile,
And
a mobile home? They're titled 100% one way, so if it's a mobile home, I need to know.
Well, I don't really, I've asked several times, what's the difference between a manufactured home and a mobile home? It doesn't have wheels on it. And once I place it, I plan on putting it on a permanent foundation, cutting the neck and bricking it in, whatever needs to be done to meet guidelines. But it doesn't have wheels on it as it sits. It only has wheels when it's being moved. But it will not.
But it's titled as a mobile home,
Yes, sir.
so.
Yeah, I think there's a process to surrender the title for a deed, and then the axles will have to be removed for it to be
And put
counted.
on a concrete
Yes.
foundation.
Yeah.
Yes. And we are, that's a must-do.
And there are other types of products that would be put on a slab that are pre-manufactured. And so for me, I mean, that's the minimum I'd require for this. 0.43, I mean, it's designed for a single-family home.
Yes, yes, and that's what I want to use it for, a single-family
Right,
residence.
but you're not putting a single-family home on it. You're putting a mobile home on it.
It's a coated manufactured home for a single-family residence.
Yep. You'll be convincing them.
It wouldn't change the density, not trying to change zoning,
Right.
or thing
Well,
like that.
well, you are changing that. I mean, you're going 100% against the zoning, and you want a variance of, 80% or so.
80%?
Well, it takes 5 acres to put a mobile home on property, and you're going to go with half an acre.
Okay. Well, I do own the property adjacent to it as well. It's also 0.43 acres as well. But the strictness of the application prevents reasonable use of, being used as a single-family residence.
All you got to do is build a single-family home on it. And that's why I said there are a lot of other products that are available today that you can pour a slab, have a pre-manufactured home come in, and it's extremely economical to do it that way.
Okay.
It's just my preference, that's all.
But I am willing to surrender entitlement, place it on a permanent foundation, never be moved again, meet all coordinates for district zoning. Like I say, just need the relief, minimum relief to place one single-family resident home on the lot.
And you don't have any protests.
No. And we're not trying to put multiple, just one single family residence.
Do you have any other comments, questions, or ready for a motion?
I mean, usually when we see mobile home requests, it's usually for a temporary basis, not for a permanent structure.
Medical hardships.
Right. So I'm struggling to necessarily get on board with this one, especially at 0.43 of an acre. If it is going to be for a single family in an R1 single family area. Because just as easily as you can surrender the title, we can get it right back.
Well,
You know, and that's why I said there are a lot of other products you might look into that do the exact same thing you're trying to do that are, I mean, by the time, and I'm not trying to tell you your business, but by the time you did all the work you were going to do and brick this back in, you could do something else just the same and not have to get a variance. Yeah, I agree. I just want you to know my thoughts on it.
Thank you. But I am prepared to cut that hedge, brick it, set it down permanently, and let go of the entitlement for it. It won't be moved again.
I just don't think we meet Part D. The variance, if granted, would be the minimum necessary to alleviate the unnecessary hardship.
I feel, do you not think that this is, it represents the minimum relief due to the difference in
There
acreage?
are alternatives available.
And, I mean, it's directly in response to why the ordinance was written the way it is written. And so it's just, for me, there's not enough to overcome that in the ordinance as written for this piece of property. And it just, and then becomes a precedent. You own the lot right next door, which is also .43. We give you this one, and then we get another one, and it's just not what's meant through the ordinance and why it was written.
Marcus, you got anything? Any ideas?
Is this a unit you already own, this mobile home?
Yes, I already own the mobile home. Well, manufactured home, yeah. Grew up in this neighborhood, not to make it personal, but I own a lot next to it, and 41st Street, my mom owns pretty much that whole block too. I grew up out there, so.
Yeah, I love the idea of redeveloping this and filling this full of single-family homes too. I do. I mean,
Well, my question is, if we granted him the variance and say he made good on his promises, if, you know, somebody else ends up owning the property later, what precludes them from going through the retitling process and saying, I want to move this off the site?
Right.
Because the variance will stick with the land. If, the way that I'm understanding it.
It's gonna be pretty tough to move it, be bolted down. To my understanding, it has to be bolted down into a concrete foundation, permanent foundation. And also, we plan on bricking it. So it'd be pretty tough for them to move it once we complete the project. And once the title is relinquished, will they be able to get another title for
Yeah, there's a retitling
manufacturer.
process. And I'm not an expert, but I know that if certain conditions are met, you can, just as you can surrender the title for a deed, you can retitle the unit back, as long as you meet the standards. And that's where my concern is, because if we grant you the variance and you do everything that you say you're going to do, it sometime in the future, somebody else that ends up owning that property and a different board that sits here will have to wrestle with what to do, or even if I don't know that they have to wrestle with it. I think we grant the variance and it's done. So, and we don't want to unwittingly set this property up to do something that's not the intention today.
I don't see myself selling the property at all. We plan on keeping it in the family, and like I say, we want to use it for single-family residential use, and that only.
I think with me as being an attorney and doing probates, there's only so long it stays in the family.
Exactly.
So at some point, I've seen enough houses that the grandkids, let's say, or the kids just don't want to have to deal with it. So I mean, I think it's admirable that you want to keep it in the family. I just seen enough times that that's not actually the case on what happens.
So your hangup is if we grant this to him, we're essentially granting a variance to a mobile home, albeit modified, it's still a mobile home, wherein you're not comfortable with that, but you would be comfortable granting him a variance for a manufactured home.
I don't even think he needs a variance for the manufactured home.
Oh, I thought that-
It
I
is a
thought that-
manufactured home.
Well, it's titled differently. There's pre-manufactured homes on foundations that you
A
can do.
modular home is.
Basically, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So the code allows manufactured home right now on less than 5 acres?
Modular, basically, but pre-manufactured. It's just to a different standard, not titled as a mobile home. That's right. That's my hang on it.
And that's why I can't get past subpart D.
But there is an alternate way to handle it.
I see.
The manufactured home, it is a 18 by 70 foot. It's not like a little mobile home you would see in a mobile home park. You know, it's like I said, it doesn't have wheels underneath it. And the hitch is already cut. So in order for me to move it, I would actually have to have a hitch put on to move it and then have it cut once it's placed on its permanent location.
You good?
Yeah.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I think that there's multiple of us up here that can't get past the fact that it's technically not the minimum necessary to alleviate the unnecessary hardship. So I'm going to make a motion to deny case number 16164.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to deny. Cast your votes. Denied.
That's it.
Denied, yeah.
That's it.
Did you have something else? I got my hearing aids turned down. You got a screen. I'm sorry. Okay, the motion and the second were to deny the application. The vote is 4, so the application is denied.
Thank you.
Item number 4, case number 16176 is a request of Matt Followell on behalf of Western Heights School District 1 through 41 for a variance to sign regulations located at 8401 Southwest 44th Street.
Good afternoon. Thank you for your time. As she stated, my name is Matt Followell. I am a licensed sign contractor with the City of Oklahoma City, here on behalf of Western Heights Public Schools. Also with me is Julie Moore, representative from Western Heights, and Connor Hopper. He is a representative from Renaissance Architects, the architecture firm who did the construction and renovations. In short, the school sits in an R1 zone, which, as you know, limits the amount of square footage for signage, and we're asking for a variance to increase that square footage. What we have essentially is 2 separate entrances into the school grounds, separated by about 600 feet, if I remember correctly. They've erected a new wall around the perimeter of the fence for safety, and we would like to put school branded signage on the walls on each side of the entrance. So as you were driving into an entrance, you've got the name of the school and their logo on both sides. So a total of 4 signs, whereas as it stands, we have the allotment for 1.
Nobody signed up on this one. Does anyone want to address the board on this application? All right, anything from the board?
So on the signs is just the name of the school and the mascots or
Yeah,
whatever?
I don't know if they're able to zoom in on that, but on this site plan, I actually have the drawings. It'd be to your left where the pointer is. Come down in the middle of the site plan. Yeah, right there. If you can zoom in on that. So the white portion is just the drawing with dimensions. The dark portion below it, it's the same sign, not 2 signs. It's just a day version and a night version.
I was just wondering if the address was on there too, as far as for wayfinding or anything, but,
As it's submitted, the address is not a part of the signage.
and they're just monument signs? Basically, they're on the fence? Or
Definitely not on a fence.
the
That's,
part of the,
it's on a wall. It's a cinder block wall, decorative wall around the perimeter.
a monument sign.
Yeah.
The total square footage on that is 160, is that what I saw?
It depends. It would be 80, but as you can see on each side of the Jets logo, there's quite a bit of empty space. So depending on how you measured it, if you drew a box around the logo and then a second box around the school, you're looking at 50. If you draw 1 box around the entirety of it, it's 80 square feet.
4 times?
Yes, sir. And then if you wanted to zoom out, you can see these arrows from this drawing point to the 2 entrances on the property. They're basically at each end of the property, east and west. Ms. Moore from the school would like to say something?
Step up
Name
to
it,
the
yeah.
microphone and give us your name and
Julie-
address.
Yeah, Julie Moore, Chief Operations Officer for Western Heights Public. Currently, we have actually 5 entrances that get into our main campus. So these 2 signs will direct traffic specific to where the public can enter at, with the other 3 entrances having access control gates with no signage. And then the addresses, our middle school, high school will be under renovation, and the addresses will be actually on the buildings, identifying which building. And then the elementary on the north side of main campus is under renovation too, so addresses will go on the buildings themselves.
And it's just zoned R1 just because that's where the school is, and a school can exist in R1. It just then creates a hardship on R1 zoning for the wayfinding signage.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I guess why 4, though?
There's two on each entrance,
Right.
but just on both sides of the wall when it comes in, coming from the east, coming from the west. And it would be uniform, so I could see it, just like in a neighborhood entrance.
Okay. No one signed up?
No,
All
nobody.
right.
Anyone want to address the board on this application? Nobody signed up, so.
Then I'll make a motion then to approve case number 16176 for the purpose that it meets the statutory requirements for the requested variance.
Second.
You got a motion and a second? Cast your votes. You're approved.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
Item number 5, case number 16160 is a request of Brady Smith on behalf of Mitesh Patel for a variance to building regulations in the R4 in the historic landmark overlay in Jefferson Park Urban Conservation District at 120 Northwest 27th Street.
Give us your name and address and tell us
how's it
about
going?
the application.
This is Brady Smith. I'm with BMS Homes, representing Pawardi Investments. Address is 509 Heidelberg Drive, Mustang, Oklahoma.
Tell us what you got.
All right, so we're trying to build over in Jefferson Park. We're trying to do a triplex in an interior lot. The zoning for it right now is R4, but again, we're trying to build a triplex. As a result of that, there's 3 variances that we're seeking. First one is the minimum lot width. I guess it states that you got to be 100 feet wide in order to do R4. We're trying to do, we have 50 feet wide. And then the height restriction is something that's applied as well. So our height is, I think it says max 20 feet. We're actually going to be at 25 feet. And then I think the other one is basically we have 10,000 foot, sorry, I'm out of breath here, but 10,000 square foot is the max square footage of the lot that we can do R4, but we actually have 7,500 square feet. So trying to ask for a variance on that as well.
No one signed up on this one. Does anyone want to address the board on this application? Okay, anything from the board?
I just have a few questions, and one question for staff, if you would kind of walk me through why we're not doing an SPUD on the site.
Sarah Welch, Planning Department. I think that was discussed between our design staff and the applicant, and they preferred to go this route. There's not a use issue. We have guidelines in our PUD and SPUD regulations that talk about, if there is a use that's maybe not allowed in a design district, but could be appropriate, then when you do a PUD or a SPUD, you should incorporate those design guidelines and regulations.
Sorry, I'm echoing.
But in this case, it's all the bulk regulations. The height is kind of an interesting one because I don't know if I can get back to it. The R4, adjacent to R4, doesn't have the height limit. What's kicking the height limit in is the HL overlay that applies to everybody around them. So, and then, yes, the lot width in R4 is 50 feet, but only if you're doing a single or 2 family. It kicks to 100 if you're going to try to do a triplex or a 4plex. So there's no use variance requested, and that would be the ultimate trigger for a SPUD.
And just one thing to note, this is one thing that we took through HP, and basically got their recommendation, of course, on this development at least. The surrounding areas, if height's a concern, I know there's the standard on it and the code on it, but surrounding houses and the house directly to the west of it is actually kind of in line with what we're doing.
It's a 2-story home right next door. There's some apartments further west on the corners. It just, for me, I just would like to been able to see this as SPUD and have a little bit more control over what happens, the parking and just the rest of the situation that you're getting. If it was a duplex, would the height have come into play?
It's the R4 regulation. It's the development in R4
They'd have had to change the
with
zoning.
HL adjacent to you, even though you're also HL. And it still is subject to all, I mean, historic preservation's going
Do
to have to
everything.
review everything that he does.
Okay. Well, I know they're going to put you through it, so I'm good with that then.
That's a good way to put it.
It's the truth.
Yep.
No
Ready
one's
for a motion?
All right, now I'll make a motion to approve case number 16160 for the purpose that it meets the statutory requirements for the requested variance.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Cast your votes. You're approved.
Thank you, guys.
Item number 6, case number 16177, is an application by Jennifer Lauren Abernathy to allow home share located at 2200 Northwest 13th Street.
William Perez, 817 Irish Lane, Edmond, Oklahoma. With Milk and Honey, she's a client of ours, just doing a chair. It was previously an Airbnb, she just wants to continue.
No one signed up on this one. Does anybody want to address the board on this application? Okay, anything from the board?
Just a couple things on the application. I didn't see quiet hours, so I'd like to add those from 9 PM to 8 AM.
All right.
And put a maximum number of vehicles on property to be 2.
Sure.
And then your term would be 1 year.
Perfect.
Ready for a motion?
Make a motion to approve case number 16177 for the purpose that it meets the statutory requirements for the requested special exception. With the modification, the quiet hour shall be from 9 PM to 8 AM, a 2-car maximum, and for a term of 1 year.
Second? Second?
Got a motion and a second. Cast your votes.
Thank
You're
you.
approved.
Item number 7, case number 16166, is an application by Jennifer and Jason Sylvester to allow home sharing located 2108 North Gatewood Avenue.
Hello, I'm Jason Sylvester, one of the applicants. 2106 North Gatewood Avenue is my address. And this is just a timely renewal of our annual timeshare or home share approval. It sits directly behind our house, so my wife and I pretty much, we monitor it more than anyone else probably could. We're pretty strict about people that come and go back there. We have quiet hours. We have parking on site, but limited to 2 vehicles. We're very adamant about all of our rules and regulations on the front end with people. So we have a child that plays back in the area as well. So, but yeah, we're just looking for a renewal and preferably more than a year.
No one signed up on this one. Does anybody want to address the board on this application? Okay, anything from the board?
So just a couple of things. This is the ADU in your backyard, right?
Yes, sir.
And so 2 vehicles maximum on property,
Correct.
no on-street parking. Are you good with that?
No, we don't. Yeah, we don't allow that.
Okay. You have a maximum of 4 guests. I'd like to make an adjustment to the quiet hours from 9 PM to 8 AM.
Okay.
And then the term would be 3 years. If you're good with that.
Yep, that works.
No one signed up?
No.
Okay. All right, I'll make a motion then to approve case number 16166 for the purpose that it meets the statutory requirements for the special exceptions with the following modification. Quiet hours from 9 PM to 8 AM, a 2-car maximum, no on-street parking for a term of 3 years.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Cast your votes. You're approved.
Thank you.
Item number 8, case number 16171, is an application by Karen Tibetton to allow home sharing located at 3821 Northwest 20th Street.
Good afternoon, board members. My name's Karen Tarbutton. The addresses, there's two of them, 3804 Northwest 20th, 3821 Northwest 20th. They're both on the same street, just a few doors down opposite sides. This is a renewal from my one-year term. And since my last meeting, the other house that I stated would have a proper driveway has been poured, and you've got new photos of all that.
Nobody signed up on this one. Does anyone want to address the board on this application?
So today, right now, we're going to do the one on the 3821.
Yes, sir.
The only thing I think I saw was that the quiet hours from 9 p.m. to 8 a.m. A maximum of 2 vehicles on the property. You're good with that?
Yes.
And then no on-street parking during the quiet hours?
None at all.
Or none at all? I'm good with that.
Yeah.
And then the term would be 3 years.
There's property surveillance. I also have my son lives 3 doors down from these residences, so a lot of eyes.
Ready for a motion?
I think so. Motion to approve case number 16171 for the purpose that it meets the statutory requirements for the special exceptions with the following modifications. Quiet hours are from 9 p.m. to 8 a.m., no on-street parking, 2-car maximum for a term of 3 years.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Cast your votes.
It's stuck. There it goes.
Mine says waiting. I vote yes. Thank you. You're approved.
Thank you.
Item number 9, case number 16170, is an application by Karen Tarbutton to allow home sharing located at 3804 Northwest 20th Street.
Again, for the record, Karen Tarbutton for the required address, 3804 Northwest 20th Street, license renewal for shared home licensing.
Okay. Does anyone want to address the board on this application? Nobody signed out. Okay.
And I know this one's a renewal also, and I was just looking that it shows it to be a 2-bedroom, 1-bath.
Yes, sir.
Is it still a 2-bedroom, 1-bath? Because you're asking, it says in the application, a 3-bedroom.
I think those are reversed. I must have messed those up on my application. The other one is 3-bedroom, 3821. I mean, 3804 is 3-bedroom, so I misstated. What you just said is correct. It is 3-bedroom on this one. So I don't know where the 2-bedroom came from. The other one's 2-bedroom.
It just shows that online that it's a 2-bedroom home, so
Okay.
I was just making sure if there was an addition or
Yeah.
anything else.
My insurance was supposed to update that. I guess years ago, someone added on to the back of the property.
But it's 3-bedroom, 1-bath.
Yes, sir.
And do you know that if we approve this before for 8, guess?
No, sir, I think it was 6 or 7. I think at the time then was the
Yeah.
parking issue and the, I have it here.
And do you know if the 1,266 square foot that it shows, is that proper? Is that right?
Yes,
So 1,266 square foot, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath.
correct.
I'm at a maximum of 6, guess,
Okay.
on the renewal,
Okay,
if that's okay. Quiet hours from 9 p.m. to 8 a.m. You can put 4 cars in the new driveway, right?
yes, it's a
So
big
I'd go a
one.
maximum of 4 car, no on-street parking, and I'll still give you a 3-year term.
Okay, I appreciate that.
I'm a little confused. So this one is a two-bedroom?
No, sir, this one is three.
Three.
Okay.
I thought it was. It just
Okay.
shows to be a 2, and
Okay.
Are you
but
seeing?
I think it
is
was
that-
add-on.
Okay, do I need to fix the records like county clerk?
Nope.
Ready for a motion?
Yes.
All right. I'll make a motion to approve case number 16170 for the purpose that it meets the statutory requirements for the request of special exception with the following modifications. Maximum number of guests shall be 6, quiet hours from 9 p.m. to 8 a.m., no on-street parking, 4-car maximum, and for a term of 3 years.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion and a second. Cast your votes. You're approved.
Thank you, board members.
Item number 10, case number 16172 is an application by Carla Segovia to allow home sharing located at 833.
Afternoon, my name is Carla Esparza Segovia, and I'm here requesting a renewal for my short-term rental.
And does anyone want to address the board on this one? No one signed up to speak. Okay, anything from the board?
Just to go over the application just a little bit, it's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath?
Yes,
Are you requesting 5 or 6?
5,
For 5 for a maximum?
yes,
Okay, and I think that's where it was last time too.
yes,
I really kind of remember this one.
yes.
But you don't have a protester today, so that's
I
really
know.
for you and me, I guess. Quiet hours from 9 p.m. to 8 a.m.
Correct,
Maximum number of vehicles would be 2,
yes.
and the term of this time would be 3 years.
Okay,
Okay, so it says 6 people will be maximum,
But you want 5.
5 overnight. Okay. All right, so we're going to leave it at 5. I'm going to say, make that clear. So. So, 5?
Yeah.
Okay. 5, 2-car max, 3 years. Anything else? Did you say on-street parking or no?
Are you good with no on-street parking during quiet hours?
Okay. All right, then I will make a motion to approve case number 16172 for the purpose that it meets the statutory requirements for the special exception with the following modifications. Maximum number of guests shall be 5, 2-car maximum, no on-street parking during quiet hours for a term of 3 years.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Cast your votes, and you're approved.
thank you.
Item number 11, we've had a request to move that to the end of the docket. Applicant can arrive. And then item number 12, case number 16165 is an application by Ryan Lisham Meredith to allow home sharing located at 2100 Northwest 20th Street.
Afternoon, my name is Ryan Meredith. The house in question is 2100 Northwest 20th Street. This is a renewal of my application. We've had a great first year, so I'm back for a 3-year renewal if possible. I am requesting, if possible, to also increase the guest count from 8 to 10. It's a 2,100 square foot home. Got plenty of room for the 5 cars that you approved last time, so we've had no problems with parking, no on-street parking. People have observed quiet hours as much as I could help it. Any other questions? There's pictures of the bedroom on the next page. There you go. There's the master bed with the king bedroom, 2 queen beds in the additional rooms.
How many did we approve this for previously?
It was approved for 8 previously.
We've actually been doing the opposite on these.
Have you?
Yeah, bringing these back down. So all of you're able to get to this number just based on the beds. I see you've got additional beds in the bedrooms.
Correct, yeah, I've got 2 queen beds in 2 of the rooms. And again, these are much larger bedrooms, so they fit, as you can see in the pictures, comfortably with some room on each side of them. And we have a large master suite and also a large master bathroom. So it's not hard for 10 people in this home to share 2 bathrooms.
You know, and a new ordinance came in, and so we can make adjustments to that also, but it's just advised for 2 per bedroom plus 2.
Gotcha.
And so that would be 8, and that's where I am at on maximum from this home, and it's a beautiful house, redone. But
Okay, but 8 is pretty much where we're at.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm at 7, just to be consistent. There's 3 bedrooms, and I know you've got a lot more than just a sofa bed in the living room or a pull-out couch in the living room, but.
There's no need for a pull-out couch. Because
Yeah, no, I'm saying you've done beyond
Right.
that, and that's kind of where I've been on the others. So I can do an additional, so I can go up to 7 on it.
Well, I mean, I understand you've got ordinances to abide by. There's a difference between a 1,300 square foot house, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, and a 2,100 square foot house.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you for providing the pictures. I mean, based off the pictures, I can get behind 8 on this one. So I can make a
And
motion.
again, the ordinance does allow us to go to 8, and we've on a lot of them on the first time they go through, we're definitely at 7 just to make sure this works. There's no protests on this. It's been there for a year. I've been by here. The house is 100% redone, and the garage also, and so.
Thank you.
All right, well, I'm going to try to make a motion at 8. So, motion to approve case number 16165 for the purpose that it meets the statutory requirements for the special exceptions, with the modification that maximum number of guests shall be 8 and for a term of 3 years.
Second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. Cast your votes.
Voice, or you want us to refresh, or?
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, we'll do voice vote. Mr. Uday?
No.
Mr. Noble?
Yay.
Mr. Sita?
Yes.
Mr. Voorhees?
Yes.
Okay.
I
So 3
counted
to
3 to 1.
3 to 1.
Okay, you're approved.
Thank you.
Item number 13 is case number 16163, is an application by Austin Kane on behalf of Chima Mansour Life Estate to allow home sharing at 636 Northwest 120th Street.
Good afternoon, Austin Kane of 2344 Northwest 121st Street. I'm here on behalf of the property at 636 Northwest 120th Street for a 1-year new application. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath home. We have 4 beds in the home. We're requesting 8 self-imposed rules are quiet hours from 9 p.m. to 8 a.m. I also wanted to outline a few of the management and safety features that we do offer in our homes. We did see a protest on our case, and so we're going to require a minimum 2-night stay on the weekends, no local bookings unless cleared with vetting. We also do background checks as available. And then we also have noise monitors, occupancy sensors, and exterior cameras and security system. We're currently not operating for stays of less than 30 days. And then we have parking spaces 2 in the garage and 2 on the driveway as well.
Before we begin, I just want to make sure we called case 16163.
Correct.
Okay.
No one signed up on this one. Does anybody want to address the board on this application? Okay.
On the protest, I did email the protester and just wanted to address all of her concerns. I think Ms. Lakin included a copy of that for you guys as well, so that way they have my contact information.
And this is a 3-bedroom home, 2-bath?
3-bed, 2-bath.
And you're good with quiet hours from 9 PM to 8 AM?
Yep.
And no on-street parking?
Correct.
I think those
I don't
are-
think it really is conducive for that on that street.
The drives are so close together on that street. And I think that alleviates a lot of the protests, what she was concerned with. The maximum number of guests, this is the first time this comes through. And I know you've got the available to sleep 8, but I'm gonna say 7.
Okay.
And the term on this first time would be 1 year.
CarMax?
4, 2 in the garage, 2 out, and it's in the application.
Okay. I won't mention that.
Ready for a motion?
All right, motion to approve case number 16163 for the purpose that it meets the statutory requirements for the special exceptions with the following modifications. A maximum number of guests shall be 7. Applicant said that there shall be a 2-night stay minimum. And
On the weekends.
On the weekends. Thank you for the clarification. And for a term of 1 year.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Cast your votes. You're approved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Board would allow me, real quickly, for a brief statement on another case that didn't make the docket today. I promised to keep it short and relevant and keep the timing of, given the timing of the previous request from the board to continue case number 16111 on January 8th, which is on the docket today as case 16167 for a continuation at 1021 Northwest 167th Street. I fully respect the board's precedent on illegal operation penalties and your clear January 8th instruction to not rent the property for 2 months. To clarify, since the continuance, I have not booked or allowed any stays under 30 days, and I kept the property completely dark from short-term rental bookings as directed. And I understand no action can be taken today on that case due to the published docket rules. And once the March 5th oversight was caught by Ms. Lakin and Ms. Welch, it was too late to add it. I appreciate the staff's sincere apologies and the mix-up to move it to March 19th. I simply ask that my statement be heard and noted for the future hearing. I honored the 2-month no rental period from January 8th to March 5th, and I respectfully request for Ms. Welch to confirm on Rentalscape that the data be submitted for the time frame January 8th to March 5th for any bookings or stays less than 30 days, and also confirm that compliance. So as I've shown over the years, 4 years, I'm committed to responsible operation under standard conditions if approved, and thank you for your fairness and understanding.
Let's list those comments as citizens to be heard, and I took him out of order.
Okay, we can do that, and then also just to confirm, I did check this morning, and it's been dark on Rentalscape and not rented all the way through today, so.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Item number 14, case number 16174 is an application by Human Smiley and Keaton Smiley to allow home sharing at 2645 Northwest 31st Street.
Good afternoon. My name is Hai Nguyen. I'm here on behalf of the applicants at 2645 Northwest 31st Street, and we're requesting for a special exception for home sharing. The home will continue to operate as a single-family residence and will be locally and professionally managed as a short-term rental, and we will enforce strict house rules, including no parties, quiet hours, and reasonable guest occupancy. And property has adequate parking available, and I will serve as the local contact to address any concerns that may arise.
There's no one signed up on this application. Does anyone want to address the board on this one? Okay.
So just to go over the application a little bit, it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath home.
Yes.
I think it's 940 square foot. You have 5 guests as a maximum.
Yes, yeah.
So how do you sleep 5
We would 2 in each room and then a sleeper sofa.
in the living room?
Yeah, in the living room.
So we'll consider that. The quiet hours, I'd like to make the adjustment from 9 p.m. to 8 a.m.
Okay.
That's all right. The parking, 2 cars can fit in the garage, the drive.
Yeah, I guess we have more spots once past that gate too. I don't know if we're able to get like 3 cars in there if possible. There's also a garage in the back there.
But the gate's accessible to get a car in.
Yeah, you can just open it and you can drive it back there.
I'll allow 3 then. And then no on-street parking.
Yeah.
The term would be a year.
Okay. Is there any way to get 3 years?
We always do a year on the first one.
Sounds good. Thank you.
So now it's just a number. If you guys, yeah. 5 on a sleeper sofa in the living room. You good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. 5 then on a maximum number of guests.
Okay.
And on new applications, are we running this through the rental software beforehand? Or do we need to always ask?
We are, I don't believe we are doing it live. I mean, we're not doing it prior to your staff report.
Okay, all right, I'm just curious. Is this being rented right now as a short term?
Right now, no,
Okay.
not yet.
I looked on Airbnb. I didn't see anything, but
Okay.
that doesn't mean it's not up there.
Anything else? No. I'll make a motion then to approve case number 16174 for the purpose that it meets statutory requirements for the special exception with the following modifications. Quiet hours from 9 p.m. to 8 a.m. at 3-car maximum, no on-street parking, and for a term of 1 year.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Cast your votes. You're approved.
Thank you for your time.
Item number 15, case number 16168 is an application by Libby Ross on behalf of Anthony Acosta to allow home sharing located at 1413 Northeast 14th Street.
Hi there, Libby Ross. On this current one, we are here for, let's see, I can't read, guys, sorry. Does it say on that address? There we go, 1413 Northeast 14th Street in Oklahoma City.
Nobody signed up on this one. Does anybody want to address the board on this application? Okay, anything from the board?
Just to go over the application, it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, and you want a maximum of 6 guests. Quiet hours from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. And you can fit 3 cars in the drive. Is that good?
Yes, yeah, it's a long driveway,
Yeah. And the term would be 1 year, as it's the first time it comes up.
correct?
Good.
Yeah.
Ready for a motion?
Make a motion to approve case number 16168 for the purpose that it meets the statutory requirements for the special exception with the following modifications. This will be, there shall be a 3-car maximum and for a term of 1 year.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. Cast your votes.
Yes.
All right, you're approved.
Item number 16, case number 16169 is an application by Libby Ross on behalf of Anthony Acosta to allow home sharing at 1501 Northeast 21st Street.
Libby Ross with 1501 Northeast 21st Street, seeking a home share license.
Okay. Does anyone want to address the board on this one? Nobody signed that. Okay.
Just to go over the application again on this, it's 3-bedroom, 2-bath, maximum number of guests to be 6.
Oh,
Oh, somebody signed up on this one? No?
175.
11.
Oh, okay, that's the one we got. Okay, we're taking it last. I'm good.
Maximum number of vehicles on this one, is the garage used or not?
No. The garage is available, I'm sorry, yes.
So
garage
2
is
and 2,
available,
2 in the
yes.
drive and 2 in the garage?
Yep.
Okay. And the term would be a year.
Okay. And 7 guests.
I said 6.
Do we have 6?
Tell me how you can get to 7 on a 3-bedroom and then a sleeper sofa in the living room?
One queen, 2 queens, or 1 king, 2 queens, and a sleeper.
I'm fine with
7.
And again, nobody signed up on this one. Does anyone want to address the board on this application? Ready for a motion?
Motion to approve case number 16169 for the purpose that it meets the statutory requirements for the special exception with the following modifications. Maximum number of guests shall be 7, 4-car maximum, and for a term of 1 year.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Cast your votes. And you're approved.
Thank you.
Item number 17, case number 16147 is an application by Libby Ross on behalf of Smith Holdings LLC to allow home sharing located at 717 Northwest 28th Street. And yesterday at the Historic Preservation Commission, they gave a recommendation for the home share use.
Okay, nobody signed up on this one. Does anybody want to address the board on this application? Okay.
She
anything
state
from
her
the board?
name?
Pardon?
Does she state her name and
Libby
address?
Ross, 717
Oh.
Northwest 28th Street.
I
Oklahoma City.
saw her, but
Yeah, no, I'm just, just make sure, just
For the record.
for the record.
record's correct. Thank you.
On the application, this is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath.
2 bed, 1 bath,
You want a maximum of 4 guests on this.
4 guests.
Flat hours from 8 to 8. Maximum, you fit 3 cars in the driveway, so 3-car max.
Yes,
And a 1-year term.
1 year.
No one else?
No, ready
All
for a
right.
motion?
Motion to approve case number 16147 for the purpose that it meets the statutory requirements for the special exception with the following modifications. This shall be for a term of 1 year and 3-car maximum.
Second.
Okay, got a motion and a second. Cast your votes. You're approved.
Thank you. You'll have a great day.
So item number 18 was continued. Item number 19 was withdrawn. So we're back to the item number 11, case number 16175, an application by Miranda Roberts of Foundation House LLC to allow home sharing at 1107 Woodhaven Place.
Miranda here?
So Sarah Welch, Planning Department, the applicant reached out to us, and I don't think this was previously a 5-year term, and we can't figure out if we were back in person yet, but I think she thought that it was a virtual meeting, so she should be on her way, but I know we do have protests now, so I didn't know if we wanted to go ahead and hear from our neighbor.
Let's hear the protest. I've got Rogine Hamlin. Yes. Come on up.
Rogine Hamlin, 1123 Woodlawn Place. And I didn't have a protest, I was just wanting the modification you have of 2-car in the driveway, no street parking, quiet hours. And I see that you just naturally do that now. So that was my request, was for those considerations.
Okay, so quiet hours, we usually will do 9 PM to 8 AM. Is that what you're thinking? Okay.
Yes.
As far as the maximum number of vehicles,
I think 2 can fit in the drive.
Yes,
I don't know if the garage is accessible or not, but I'll ask them. But I'll just say that 2-car maximum and no on-street parking.
Yes, yes, we have very narrow street and no sidewalks, and so no street parking. Yeah.
And it'll be,
Normally-
the term will be 3 years too, probably.
I had thought she had beat it before, but, yeah, I'm glad she's, I didn't know, so.
Yeah. She's currently under her license and special exception, so
Okay,
she's
cool.
current on all of that.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet. I just wanted to make sure that
Yep,
those exceptions were there. That was it for me,
thanks.
whether or not she's arrives, but I'm good.
normally the protests are much worse than that, so I'm,
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, does anyone else want to address the board on this application? I can do the rest of the docket, but not adjourn and wait. Okay. Let me put that at the heel of the docket again. I don't have any additional items. No board committees. Does anybody want to say anything? You want to make a speech? You're on the agenda.
I do not.
Okay. Citizens to be heard. No other business, but let's not adjourn.
Let's not adjourn.
Let's wait a few minutes and see.
Cindy, can you find out for me if we can get access to the software rather than me chase down Airbnbs by random zip codes and then try to find the house? Just make it way faster for me.
I think it'd be easier if we can have the staff make it part of their checklist, though.
Yeah, and just put it in there.
Yeah. I think it goes part, I mean, you make it part of their application at that point.
I'd be okay with approving it.
I would too. I mean, as it stands without an applicant.
I'd be okay with approving it for 5 years. I don't see why we don't do another 5-year term.
Isn't the maximum 3?
I
By
think the
ordinance?
maximum's 10.
I think it's 5.
No, they got rid of that.
10?
Yeah. Is it 3 to 5
It was
in the new ordinance?
3.
Yeah, I thought we maximized it at 3. Yeah.
I don't know that.
It used to be 10 though.
The last application, I think, or one of the last ones said perpetual.
Yeah,
Yeah, wanted.
Yeah.
In
yeah, so
perpetuity.
that was interesting.
you got to respect the ask.
We'll just maximize the vehicles at 2. No on-street parking. Do 3 here and 6 guests.
I can't see the applicant having a problem with that, especially if we don't have the ability to grant 5 years.
Yeah.
Make a motion?
Okay, I will make a motion then to approve case number 16175 for the purpose that it meets the statutory requirements for the special exceptions with the following modifications. Quiet hours from 9 PM to 8 AM, a 2-car maximum, no on-street parking, and for a term of 3 years.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion and a second. Cast your votes. That one's approved. We covered the rest of the docket. I think we're